So, hi guys. So here it is, 2,011 miles in to my Ioniq 5 journey, and so they give you a little bit of an update of how it's gone and all that sort of stuff. So I've done a kind of review video, so there isn't really much more I can add to that, to be honest. I'm finding some new features and bits and bobs within kind of all the settings, which I'm still kind of working through, and that's my latest favourite one. Kind of tells you your consumption as you're driving around. That bit's really interesting. I'll try and get my later one to video that whilst I'm driving. That tells you how much regen is actually going back into the battery as you're driving, which I was driving a Renault Zoe before this as a bit of a lease car. That bit was really interesting, just to see how much it goes in, and it can be up to like as much as 90 that I've seen kilowatt hours going back into the battery, depending on how fast you were going when it started doing it. So that's really good. So there we go. So it's 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour is the average that I've been doing since I've had it, and that's pretty accurate, to be honest. There's been some days where it's been less than that. There's been some days where it's been a lot higher than that. I've seen, I think, up to 7. I think I'll just pop down the shops the other day when it's downhill from where I live, and that all kind of helps to like pan that out. That has changed. That average has gone up a couple of times to nearly 3 and over 3, and then a bit of motorway driving brings it back down again. So real world, that's what you're going to kind of get. So I'm just in the process at the moment of putting together a bit of a spreadsheet of how much it's cost to do those many miles, because it's a combination of charging at home through a few free opportunities, a couple of fast chargers out and about on road trips locations, and obviously now the price has gone up for electricity depending on where you are, depending on what tariff you're on, depending on what deal you've got. There's so many different variables to it, so all I can offer you is kind of where we're at real world as to what I've been up to. So I'll drop that to you in a sec. So this is what a 2,000 mile in Ioniq 5 looks like when being used in the real world. It's absolutely filthy. I'm going to give it a little clean today, get this bird poo off it, which I'm really worried about. That occurred overnight, so I'll get that off today. But this is what you can expect. It's a great car. Real world, it's kind of how it's going to look on a day-to-day basis, unless you live somewhere that's not muddy. But yeah, it's been really good. So let me give you some more updates.